Come on. He's made an effort. I've made an effort. What's this all about, Whitfield?
Well, Mark looks like he's thrown the Christmas decorations out of a big box. They look spectacular. It's like, bam, there you go.
Save that then.
I know what you've done. You've changed your light tone. And he had a coupon on Amazon.
I did. I had a coupon.
How much did that flesh Santa hat set you back?
This was the grand total of £6 Great British pounds.
Oh, no, it wasn't.
It was, but then the coupon, they got it down to 3.
Christmas are less than a £5. There you go.
So thank you to 2
in the festive
bronze tier
spirit for
Patreons
£3.
for Ian's
Exactly.
hat.
Thank you, Patreon fam.
So I'd just like to add, Milo, I thought you were fun. Do you know what? And I thought festive fun Milo would yeah, but hashtag, it's Christmas. And I can see why you get a rough end of the wedge. You're the thin end of the wedge, you're the one sticky
He said before the show, he says, I've gone festive. Look.
He's pointing at Snorlax. I don't really understand.
No, he's not. He's pointing at behind him.
Oh,
there's a festive piece of Pokemon decoration in there.
Wow, he stayed on.
He went all out. But
don't worry, folks. I have a hat.
Hey!
Let's try and get this over my headphones.
I'm not sure this will actually fit.
It does work. Yeah, it does work.
Yeah, well done, Milo.
Hang on.
There he is. Get it on your ears, Milo.
There we go.
Well, for the visual viewers, do not feel, I love my sports attire. Yes, I've got my Leeds Rhinos shirt on, but as I reveal it, it's not going to say, as I reveal it.
Well, what are you revealing here, Marky? Oh, he's got a snowman behind the desk.
A snowman is my festive Leeds Rhinos shirt. In my shirt, I still feel like I'm more festive than you, Milo. It's just my shirt. So,
I think you are. I'm really struggling to put these headphones on.
I've got to say, really, having a swino behind you is not festive, is it, really?
It's a cop-out,
It's actually a pillar swine, mate, but,
It is a cop-out, Milo, however you dress it up.
But boys, it's Christmas. Shall we get on with the show?
Yes, because we haven't got many days left.
On the 2024 Christmas show,
Ian is ready to unload his Santa sack for you all.
Milo has eggnog curdling in his glass of G&T.
And Mark has decided that he's going to be this year's Christmas fairy. Welcome back to the Christmas 2024 episode of the Incensed podcast. I'm Ian Waterfall, and with me for Christmas is my 2 favourite boys, Masterful 27 and PoGoMiloUK.
PoGoMiloUK.
Pogo Elf UK.
Jinx.
Smoosh'em. I like that, Ian. It was like you always take you on the road there. The PoGoMiloUK. He's on
he should drop the UK bit, really. But there we go. We'll
Just
this for years.
to attend.
Oh, don't say that, Milo. You give us a free ticket, wouldn't you? You're not charging your own boys,
I'll give you half a ticket each.
Half a ticket each.
Together, we've got a ticket. But boys, it's Christmas Day in just a couple of days.
Yes.
This year has gone so quickly. How are you two doing?
It's gone in a rapidash.
Let's not go down the GoCast route. We've been saying this for months.
It's poor jokes are part of Christmas festivities, aren't they?
And tonight, Dex entry 200, 201, 202, 203, 204. For the next year's shows, you're going to be referencing every single one, Milo. I know what you're like now. You've gone
I thought
GoCast.
we made a pact not to do that.
We did make a pact not to
that
do
was
that.
many weeks ago.
To do what? I've just said loads of random numbers. Don't know what you guys are on about. I'm just on about future shows.
Peugeots.
Right, I'm out of here. Have a lovely Christmas, everyone. See you later.
Marky's got to go and get more tinsel.
I thought you were going to tie that with another Pokemon name there, Milo.
No. We're safe. We're safe for this one. Our Christmas shows are always really fun to listen to, like with the jokes and everything, the festivities. So, boys, have a Merry Christmas in 3 days' time. And to everybody listening or watching, because we're on video.
We're on video. First Christmas video episode, so none of us really all out. Mark probably
You've
went
got
the
Christmas
most
Amsterdam vibes going on, to be honest, with the red
I've
light.
gone like colour. I've gone like coloured schemes.
Sit down here, young.
You put a
ladies.
stuffed toy on your
This is
shelf.
on my red couch.
You put a stuffed toy on your shelf.
It's actually a really solid piece of decor.
Ian, he's just rejigged them around and put it to the forefront of his shelf. That's all he's done. The elf has put it to the front of his shelf. Oh, Milo. Come on.
Whitfield.
Well, elves and shelves go together very well.
They do. And do you know what else goes together? The Incensed podcast and Christmas. We love Christmas. So for anybody listening to this show, it is now time for you to...
I lost the ability to see it.
How much eggnog have you drank?
Soapy sailors, it's time to drop your incense.
Milo is full of the nog and the egg as well. Milo, you're better than that.
Which came
sunshine.
first, the egg or the nog?
Probably both before the soundbite. I tell you what.
Yes.
It's a nightmare.
The world stood still.
Oh dear, yeah. But yes, please drop your incenses, whichever one you want to choose. Don't know what the weather's like where you are in the world as you listen to this. But one thing I know is it's probably cold, and they'll probably
Southern Hemisphere.
Yeah. It's not Christmas over there, is it? They're like 6 months behind, aren't they? How's it working?
It's still Christmas. It's just they have it at the beach with barbecues.
They do. Throw another Christmas pudding on the barbie.
Throw another turkey on the barbie.
Another turkey on the barbie. Please throw down your incenses. And the reason we ask you to do that is so you can use your ears whilst playing Pokemon Go. Hopefully you're not playing Pokemon Go on Christmas Day.
Hopefully you are.
I don't know. We have this
There'll be an event
conversation
on.
last
There's always an
year.
event
It's
on.
depressingly a Christmas Day raid hour, I think.
Anyway, moving on. Please engage with the people around you. This is the time to do that. You've got plenty of other weeks and days during the week to not be social with your family members. But please enjoy it. Whack on our show and let us join you around your festive dinner table. That's more better, is it? Listening to us and playing the game on Christmas Day. That's better, isn't it?
Listening
Wholesome.
to us is always better.
But really,
Absolutely.
people listen to this on the Sunday, so Christmas isn't for another 3 days.
Oh.
They're safe then.
They're safe. But anyway, whenever you're listening to it, I'm sure you'll be doing something festive. I hope. Anyway. But if you do get something good whilst listening to the show, we encourage you to use our world famous festively themed hashtag, which is Shinies of the Week.
Could you kill if had the spelling?
I sure can, whoever that was. Who was that?
Caleb Peng.
Oh, I sure will, Caleb Peng. Hope you've got your cats dressed up in the very festive attire. That is SHINIESOFTHEWEEK. You can use that hashtag across all our social media platforms that we have. That will help us find your posts quicker, and you might get read out in a future show. Ian, come on, tell the listeners, there are other ways for them to contact us, aren't there?
Yeah, there are other ways that you can reach the Incensed podcast. There's the send us a text message button on some podcast platforms that you may be listening to us on. There is our email, which is contact@incensedpodcast.com, or there's the good old WhatsApp number for you to record and send us a voice message. It's free as long as you have data, and that number you need is +44 759 269 5696.
There you go. Many ways to get in contact with us. Hey, just do it. And unlike the Royal Mail, this is a UK-based joke. It's far cheaper than sending anything out second class or first class, or actually any class whatsoever.
Any class at all.
But anyway, we're going to jump into our staple part of the show. And actually, for this festive edition, we're going to have it right back at the beginning.
Just tell me about you, mate. Just what's going on?
Actually, before we progress into getting to know you, if you use the WhatsApp number, Ian, at this time of year, will be able to tell you if you've been naughty or nice.
You've been naughty.
He
really?
knows he
Why is
has.
that?
You know, Milo.
You know why you've been naughty.
I don't,
know.
but apparently you do. That
No.
says a lot.
Just
No,
think
Milo.
back to Germany, Whitfield.
Yeah, think back to...
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
Think back to Wild Area, Whitfield.
Yeah.
I'm sure I will have done something absolutely atrocious.
I'm sure you will have
Anyway,
He will have done, Ian. He will have done.
anyway, guys, getting to know you for Christmas is always around the theme of Christmas. It's the right time of year, to actually have something related. So, previously we've had all kinds of random questions, and this one might be up there. If you had to be immortalized as a Christmas decoration, what are you going to become? And to find out what thing is going to be hanging on your tree as an Ian, what are you going to choose?
Bloody hell, Milo.
This is a tough question because there are so many Christmas decorations, and I don't know. So let's just go for something quite traditional. In real life, I'm not one, but I would be a Christmas star
If we say
ornament.
stud, then.
How's that get
That's what I'm not
immortalised as a
watching.
Christmas decoration?
I don't know.
It's just a picture of Ian.
Yeah. Like a North Star. I'm going to be a
Northern
star.
Star.
Northern
That
Star.
you certainly are, Vassar.
You're our Northern Star, Ian. Don't you worry about that. Ian's our most
The
northerly.
hypocrisy from someone that's more northern than me.
I'm not physically. You're above. You're
Geographically,
born in Scotland.
we make a triangle.
Yeah, but I've lived down in the southwest. Is where you're based. I'm looking up at you, Ian. I can see you up north.
He's ready to empty his Santa sack for you.
Milo, keep it clean.
Yeah, family
Jeez.
friendly. It's
You
Christmas.
don't know what gift is coming your way.
Oh,
Lump of coal for you, sunshine.
Yeah, lump of coal.
That's all right. Be something to nibble on the next podcast recording.
Milo Cratchit.
Oh, Milo.
I'll become Scrooge for next Christmas, 2025.
In a previous version of the intro to tonight's show, you might have been Scrooge.
Was I Scrooge? I'm sure I was an elf last year. I was your little helper.
No, that was
Little
last
being the
year. That was an
appropriate word.
official one.
So Ian's gone for star. Well, I thought he was going to say fairy, but
No,
that's
I
good.
couldn't because I referenced you being the fairy in the intro.
Yeah, well, I'll be the fairy then, Ian. I'll be at
Prim
the
and
top of the
proper at
tree.
the top of the tree.
Prim and proper at the top of the tree. Listen, I was thinking about like this. One of my favourite ornaments on a Christmas tree is actually I've got like a festive bell. It's one that's been in my family for like 40 years. And like, I like the idea of people just tapping it, giving a little ding, and it gives you a little smile on your face. You know, if I was going to be an ornament,
This is a really inappropriate line I want to
Guys,
say, but I can't.
I'd like to
Giggity.
give. Giggity. If I have to do it to my own joke, though, it's not funny. But yeah, so I like to have it on the tree. And I've got the idea people just go, oh, that's a nice little bell tap. It makes a little bing noise. They go, oh, that's lovely.
Would you have it at
Smile.
the end of the tree?
I'd have it in the middle of the tree, square on, so it was there. And that's actually a true story, despite what the elf and Santa are trying to do to it. But no, I'm going to go with a fairy on top of the tree. Like Ian introduced me at the beginning, I want to be sat on top, looking down at everybody, and everyone look up and go, that's a nice fairy. That's me. I am the fairy.
Fairy of the North.
Look up and go, he's
Northern
your
fairy.
podcast.
Absolutely.
Do that, Mark.
I am the fairy of the north. Well, you can't go on top of the tree. Me and Ian are there now, so where are you going to go?
Do I become the bucket of the Christmas tree or something as the bottom?
So-
It's not
So
really
hi,
an
Milo.
ornament, is it? The bucket.
No,
Well, it's necessary.
there's a lot of things that are necessary, Milo, in life, but they're not ornaments. Come on, Milo.
Let's see,
Sober
shall
up.
we? So, I did think about being a standard kind of Christmas bauble because if you really wanted to be morbid, you could encase your ashes in there if you wanted to.
I'm sure that's a Pokédex entry somewhere, isn't it, in the future?
That's a Gen 25 that got confirmed.
Yeah.
Bauble saw.
It all goes back to Gen 1, Ian, doesn't it?
really
It all
does.
just comes back to
really
Whitfield,
does.
stop taking us back to Kanto.
So hang on, I was thinking like a fairly
Fairy.
fancy, lovely Christmas decoration. It can come in a variety of different patterns, colours, and everything. Marky's got some up there. I'll be a string of tinsel, to be honest, because you can just rope me around the tree, encase it, and I'll work my way past Ian, the Northern Star, and all the way up to the bottom of Marky the Fairy.
Only
that,
at Christmas.
actually. Only at Christmas.
It's-
So, Ian,
Christmas only comes once a year.
But boys,
Um,
it is time. I want to talk about 2024. It's time we reflected on our highs. We're not going to focus on the lows. We're going to focus on our highs of this past. Well,
We never made it to
11
Amsterdam.
and a bit months. Sorry?
We never made it to Amsterdam, Ian.
Not this year, we didn't.
No.
No.
but next year, maybe.
But so let's look back. And what was 2024 to each of us? Let's talk about some of our favourite moments, not only in the show, but in Go for the last year.
Oh, true. Because, Pokemon Go is a part of what we do.
But it's a part, a little bit, just a little bit. So, come on, Mark, tell us your best. Let's go best podcast moment of 2024 to start with.
Yeah, I think 24 has been a really interesting year, actually, for the podcast. I think when we came off the back of London Go Fest in 23,
Mm-hmm.
there was a real shift, I think, in the dynamic from people that we sort of rub shoulders with and work with in bigger circles, certainly within the content creator base, where it really emphasised the UK, and it was a real big part of that was been missing, I'd say, from the Pokemon Go sort of content creation circle. I think it's always been, by nature of where the game was born, heavily American centric. We kind of know that. Fair play to some of the creators in Europe that have really sort of managed to get in there early and have managed to amass big audiences in their own sort of parts of the globe. And I think these events brought us closer to some of these characters, some of these people that we've had on the show before, which have been pleasant, new people we've met, and now we're in a position where we can sort of almost like brainstorm with them and have conversations in relatively sort of real time, which is fantastic. But for the people that sort of escalated, that a little bit on social media, said, come on, UK, what's going on? Why aren't these UK creators? So I do think there's a little bit of noise to the public and people that follow the podcast. We do appreciate that. It's nice for people to sort of understand that we do it because we enjoy it, and actually it's not about gravitas or anything like that. It's just about just getting a bit of focal point from the UK perspective, and I think we do that really well now. And that's led into this year. And one of my favourite shows, I think, for me, was actually when we got young Joe Beats on, because Joe was
really early in the year as well.
First guest of this year, I think.
14th of January, the show came out.
Yeah.
Joe was the first UK solo content creator that we had on our show, and actually when we started this year, we did sort of want to use it as an opportunity to start talking to different people, people maybe a little bit more local, and we've engaged a lot more with listeners to the show this year as well. But I think Joe's episode was a fantastic one. Now we've got encapsulated some of the sound bites and seeing her journey go. She's I don't know if she's ever off Twitch, bless her. She's always
she's always on some sort of socials. On Instagram, she is constantly.
Yeah, absolutely. And Joe, well done. You've done really well, and brilliant to have had you on the show. So that's probably one of my highlights in terms of leading more to that sort of UK focus with the show. So talk to us about Joe then, outside of gaming and everything that you spoke about so far. What do you like to do? Imagine there's no gaming involved. What are your best or favourite sort of pastimes, interests outside of it? If you've got time for any, that is.
Streaming and everything like that does take up a lot, and then I work full time as well. But I really enjoy cooking. I really like cooking.
You've done a few, is it Insta Lives just lately for cooking?
Yeah, just randomly, because sort of Twitch, you can't play certain music and it's DMCA, and I feel like I want to put my best content on Twitch, whereas Instagram, it's more free flowing and just a little bit more.
It's a bit more homely, isn't it? It's a bit more.
It is, yeah.
You like your cooking? Have you got a favourite dish? Something that you can whip up?
Off the top of my head, probably a Thai green curry.
Ooh, nice.
You're coming back.
We're such lads. We literally all went, ooh.
Tomorrow.
So, obviously, another year of us doing this podcast together, and it's been a very interesting year. A lot of changes, a lot of big moments for us, certainly when it comes to live events, and I'm sure we're going to talk about that in a moment. But some of the core elements of the podcast remain profoundly entertaining and funny. And we always make the joke that getting to know you, surely we've got to be running out of questions.
We are.
At some point.
We really are.
But I think that in itself leads to some much more random and entertaining responses. And I'm going to throw it back to episode number, I have it saved here, 174.
Oh, I haven't got that one. No bingo there.
No bingo. Because I think this was a getting to know you question from Marky. And it was the show after Madrid, I believe, or maybe it was the one just before. It was the one before, because we were talking about the football stars being at Madrid. But the getting to know you question was, if you had to lose a body part, what are you picking?
Oh, yes.
And it just divulged into mocking Ian about his balance and losing a specific
I read it, and then you go, tonsils. I actually read it as actually losing.
I listened back, I said my appendix, and Marky went for a wisdom tooth.
Yeah.
Seriously, guys.
And Ian was like, I'm going to lose a toe.
Yeah, because I literally took it on spec. I didn't think you guys were going to like wuss out.
But we decided
Internal surgery. That's not a wuss out.
it went down such a funny road with Ian and his toe. We were like, oh, could it upset your balance? And then I'll take the middle one out. And like, right, so you could do the live long and prosper with your feet.
Live long and prosper with his toes. His foot.
So enjoy listening to that one back, because I thought that was just, that's what is fun about doing our show, is it's so organic and random.
If you had to lose one body part, what would you pick and why? Remember, this is going to go to a poll, and I think being brave and having a good reason for it might secure you the W. So, Ian, I'm going to let you set the scene on this one.
I've got to admit, when I woke up this morning to
You're
the
on the
show
operating
notes
table,
and I saw this question, I must admit I had to read it 2 or 3 times just to kind of make sure I was reading what I read. And I'm playing it safe. If I had to lose a body part, there isn't a part of my body I would want to be without. So I'm actually going to steal an answer from something that happened to a very close friend. If I had to lose a body part, I would choose one of my toes, because I wouldn't lose balance and I wouldn't be visibly missing an appendage.
Depends which toe it is. If you lose your pinky, you'd keep falling over, wouldn't you? Isn't that the law of Milo? Is it the pinky creates the balance?
I don't know. I didn't know the rule on balance.
It's the big toe,
let's
isn't it,
face
that
it,
does the back.
I have a habit of tripping over things with
Yeah, so there's
10
no
toes, so it makes
difference
really no
for
difference.
you. Actually, depending on which side you tend to trip over onto, you could counteract it with losing a toe on the other foot.
Yeah.
So we could be very specific here. So you're saying left-sided
I'm
small
not saying
pinky
anything.
toe?
I'm just saying a toe.
I'm saying left toe,
not a
not
big
quite
toe. It
the
wouldn't be a
second.
big toe. It would probably be one of the middle ones, I think.
A middle toe,
Middle
Ian. Is that
toe,
what you'd
yeah.
lose? A middle toe.
So you could do the Star Trek thing with your feet.
with my toes. Right.
So
Live long and prosper, Whitfield.
That was it. Live long and prosper. It's just doing it with his foot.
Oh.
One of my highlights for this show, and anyone that's listened back to previous sort of highlights and recap shows will know kind of where I'm going. There's a couple of things I generally gravitate towards, and this year we've had some really good guests. We've had some sterling guests. We've had Joe Beats, we had Tony TM, and a lot of returning guests as well. But I want to take us back to when we actually went completely out of our comfort zone, and we went into the baguette shop, and Caleb Peng joined us, and we had a deep dive into PvP, GBL, and it showed that none of us really knew what we was talking about.
Well, it's no Battle Cats episode.
No, it's not.
No.
It's a deep dive for us, but for Caleb Payne, it's like a paddling pool.
Yeah.
That was 190 Caleb Payne
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago, but yeah, it was a standout for me.
Definitely.
I had that down as one of mine actually, and I like the fact we just, like, he was there obviously chomping at the bit to go GBL, you know, and all that, and all I wanted to go is, oh, look at your cats. So you got one over there on the back of the sofa.
Yeah, we did a lot of the cat talk, but they were there.
Interesting conversation.
That was a good show. Let's listen to, well, Caleb Peng trying to explain a little bit about GBL
Cats.
for noobs. or cats.
Caleb, one question I think we've never really actually asked before the show is, what advice would you give anyone listening to the show wanting to get into GBL? What advice would you give them as a starting point?
Definitely. I mean, I think the best part about GBL is you could just do it anywhere at any time, right? You don't have to go anywhere. You could just sit on your couch and do it. I think if you don't really have any experience in GBL, it's definitely could be very daunting, right? Going in. Maybe the early battles are easy, right? Like, you know, I know some of my friends that they started playing GBL. They're like, oh, like, I'm stomping all these people. It's great, right? And then they hit a wall and they're like, wait, like, this person knows what they're doing. Like, I just got wiped by one Pokemon. What's going on, right? So obviously I'll try my best to like help them with team building and stuff. But I think obviously if you aren't friends with someone that particularly does a lot of GPL, one good place to start is definitely just hopping onto YouTube and checking out some videos and stuff and just seeing like what works and what doesn't work. Because even some people I coach too, they'll use like a Pokemon that they like, right? They were using like a Kanto Marowak, but this is before it got buffed. So now it's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Before it wasn't that good. And they're like, yeah, I just like Kanto Marowak. I was like, yeah, that's fine. And I think like part of it is like the game should be fun, right? So use whatever you want to use and what you're having fun with. But at the same time, if you want to be honest with you, like you're probably going to start losing a lot at a certain point, right? Even though like I love Gyarados, but I'm not going to ever use it really.
So were you saying that Mark shouldn't be taking swaddles in?
Yeah.
And the right cup, Ian.
My second one, specific show, and I think, like we said, we'll talk more about the game itself, but actually for me, I thoroughly enjoyed this because this gave me my first opportunity to do a live show at a Go Fest or be fully involved in it. Madrid 171 was the live show, and like I said, when I look back at the previous ones, we did a little bit in London, but that was all like little bits woven together. We tried to fit it around all the days. We kind of rolled with it as we went along as a gang. Berlin, I was on my own, so we couldn't do it. You guys had America, which you've done before.
Yeah,
you've become well rehearsed, and actually, I enjoyed me and Ian actually having a crack. Just two of us putting a show together. Really, really, really felt the mechanics of a Go Fest. Like for us trying to put the show together around it, and actually, very luckily, we were able to sort of see other parts of the show, how it's put together, how people come together, key parts of it, all the mechanics of the Go Fest, bit of GBL. Proposals on the day, talking to some of the organisers, and it was, and more importantly, spending time with our amazing listeners.
But Mark, you really shouldn't go proposing to Alan. We've talked about this before.
My bromance with Alan was it went another notch, and we were still.
That was the saddest thing. Is I missed that.
Yeah. Milo, it was sickening. Mark was making Google eyes.
And Alan was reciprocating as well, but like it was so funny because like Zoe was like going, right boys, you two just carry on, it's all right. So
Zoe was feeling like a third wheel. I kind of was as well. Like you two want to get a room?
It was a spare wheel.
It was a spare wheel.
Spare tyre, thank you.
Spare tyre.
Tyre. But I think pulling it back to the whole point, to the previous point I mentioned about us being UK creators and like being able to these are people we've been building relationships with now over the last few years, seasons, whatever you want to call them in the game. And I think that live show really, really did put us in the forefront of it. And the show wouldn't have happened if we'd kept each other motivated. We had Francesco, we had Sue there with us as well.
Herding us properly.
Absolutely.
And we were running late, weren't we? Sorry, Milo.
As we say, thank you, admin.
The first interview we'd got lined up, which was Zoe and Alan, we were having to be herded to that one because everyone was running late. We were running late. Zoe and Alan were running late. And to make the interview happen, we had to kind of eat into the meetup time, which isn't ideal, but we have to make sacrifices for the content. And I think Mark will agree that interview.
The show must go on.
Yeah.
That was fantastic. But another place ticked off the list, Madrid. Amazing.
Great location.
So,
What was really interesting for this year is we haven't done a live show as the three of us together at all.
No, we haven't all been in the same place. We were hoping for something in Europe, wasn't we, towards the end of the year?
Yeah, we were hoping for a live event, but it's not happened. I really hope 2025 gives us an opportunity to do it as a trio again.
I think we should, because Mark did pledge to Sue that he was going to go to America.
But maybe we'll do one in Europe together as well.
Hopefully we'll do it in both, I
hope so. Europe would be quality, but we've had obviously LA earlier in the year. You guys are rocking and rolling with Madrid, which I loved, and that was really nice to actually kind of be outside the bubble of that one. I just did a little intro piece and then got the raw material to edit it. I was like, damn, this was a quality show you guys put together with all the guests and the people jumping on for the games and everything. And the intro sequences are always a glorious thing on these shows, be it the pre-record, the cold open, or the actual intro that we sometimes craft and sometimes don't. The live Madrid show where you started recording in and Marky was like eating a flapjack halfway through. It's like, I'm kind of occupied.
I'm gonna give the audience a little BTS now, and hopefully Mark won't mind me saying this, but we've known each other for long enough. Mark gets hangry. He had to be fed.
He is more Pecco.
I am more Pecco. Alter, what do they call it? Your
alter ego.
Alter ego.
Alter form.
Alter form, yeah. They were good flapjacks. Oh, they were good flapjacks.
It sounded like it on the recording, but hysterically, that was one of my highlights, was the intro to your live Madrid show.
Welcome to the Incensed podcast. We are live at Madrid Go Fest 2024, sat in the crater area just out back, introducing this week's show. I'm Ian Waterfall, and with me this week we've got Masterful 27.
Hello, Ian, and hello everybody who's listening to the show. We are very much soaking up the Madrid sun, aren't we, mate?
Very much so. Says Masterful 27 with a mouthful of flapjack.
I didn't think you could hear it, Ian, but thanks for... Thanks for sharing that with the listeners. But yes, it's a chocolate orange Flapjack, and we've been kindly looked after by the amazing people here at GoFest. But yeah, it's going to be a fun one, isn't it, this one? We'd love a show at a GoFest.
We love the live shows, and this one, we've got the weather, we've got the park. I mean, this park dwarfs the event area, actually, is absolutely huge, and we've got the attendance. Everybody here is having such a great time, and I think that's what a GoFest is really all about.
Bingo!
Well, I'm sure Ian's got a live show highlight primed.
Well, I have, but I've got to kind of change it now, because my highlight actually also was going to be Madrid. For the very fact that you two have both mentioned Madrid, I'm going to have to kind of change it slightly, because Madrid was probably one of the standout shows of this year. The show was so natural, everything flowed, it was recorded seamlessly, and the amount of buy-in we got from not only our peers as creators, but also listeners that came and wanted to play games and just interact with us on the show, Shinies of the Week and games. Absolutely fantastic. But I'm going to have to change it, because we can't all say the same thing, even though I actually completely agree with you. So I'm going to go back to LA, which was a more challenging time, purely and simply because of the location. I'm just going to say logistics. You guys know what I mean, but logistics.
Yes.
And it was our first real kind of interaction to one of these events where we were kind of a little bit more on the inside of the... Mark talked about it, but kind of a little bit more on the inside with the creators. So LA was so enlightening. The Rose Bowl, fantastic location.
Glorious location.
Yeah.
The reality is quite hard.
Who's next?
Let's talk about tragedies. So, Milo, car buff, yes?
Yes.
So
But not American.
We were talking about cars earlier. You can actually get this.
You said he was going to bring it up, not you.
He's too excited. Yeah.
I'll let Chris tell the story.
Vassar.
All right, so we were sitting down to record.
Yesterday, yeah?
Yesterday, yes.
A few minutes ago for everybody else.
A few minutes ago, that's right, yes. Space-time distortions, come on. And I was asking how their experience had been here in the States. They had rented a car. We're talking about that, and Milo was very excited, like, yes, we got a Jeep Cherokee. And Ian and I could not contain ourselves.
Chris being American and me being almost American.
We will have... Yes, you are almost American, basically. We will have left the entire thing in the episode, so you're literally rehashing something that's happened 10 minutes prior.
I know, but it needed to be brought back
Too
up.
good.
Oh, dear.
Too good.
Well, speaking of things that are entertaining and fun...
You've got to learn how to pronounce that, Milo.
Look, we're nearly a year on, and I'm sure I can't.
Is it a karaoke? Is it Milo?
Karaoke.
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 Well, you called it the Cherokee, didn't you?
Cherokee. It sounded better when Chris from GoCast was saying it.
Well, it's Cherokee, yeah.
Cherokee.
Yeah.
That is
As
a
in
Gen
the,
12
Native
Pokemon.
American.
Pokemon that evolves from the hereditary line of Chatot. It's one of its ancestors.
Yeah. So in terms of the game then, let's talk about our favourite bits actually within the game itself, because we've talked about our favourite show parts now. The show wouldn't exist without Pokemon GO. That's why we play, that's why we create content, that's why we make this show.
Yeah, that's why we started.
So, yeah, let's talk about our favourite parts of the game, and I'm pretty sure we're all going to go to live events, but I might be wrong. Let's see where Mark's going with this bad boy.
This year's been, loads of amazing things in the game, and personally had some really enjoyable events, great successes from it. Shundo Mega Mawile, hey, just throwing it in there for the Christmas show. But I think the one thing that stands out that's been the biggest success in the game in 24 is probably the introduction of Gigantamax to the game. I think
That's still raw. That's still raw.
However many weeks ago, yeah.
I've spent more Mega Particles since we had that conversation back in October, boys.
I know, Marky's now dominating the Dynamax system.
Yeah.
I am.
Goodness me.
Yeah.
I've got half a Dynamax Gengar in my
Dynamax.
collection.
Are you not bothered about Gigantamax?
Oh, sorry, Gigantamax, Ian. Yeah, I've got Gigantamax Dedenne now. I'm loving it at the moment.
Gigantamax full 27 now.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's easy to go to live events, and I like to think our shows do the talking for our live events, and when people listen to it, they can understand through the audio that we produce, the content that comes off the back of it, how much we really do enjoy them. we admitted it, and like, again, we have mentioned this before. We're not playing the game out there. We might be dipping in and out of it, but I think when you look over like a 3-day event, we've said we're
not. Milo is. We're not.
Yeah.
Someone has to keep the standard up.
Yeah, but I think for me, that's a big shift in my mindset with the game now, because I've actually found probably a really healthy balance with the game now and other things, interacting, talking to people, meeting people, because the game's got us all there. But I think it's nice that people want to take the time out. One of my highlights of the game has actually been how more people have wanted to take the time out and speak to people. Because like, we're always like a little bit, this is your game day. Don't let us get in the way of it. And they're like, yeah, but this is part of my game day. This is fun. This is great, And you think about it and go, I think the game's kind of pushed people into that sort of headspace. Don't get me wrong. There's the Fleecy Boys and the MiloUKs, and all these creators that play at 100 miles an hour. Do you know what I mean?
There's not many creators that play at 100 miles an hour. There's only a couple of them.
We're a dying breed.
Dying breed, yeah. But that's been the highlight for me in the game, is actually, people want to take time out of playing the game to sort of hang out and chill out. The game itself, I've said I've changed the way I play it quite a bit. I'm probably not a big raider anymore than I used to be, but it was nice to get Necrozma this year.
Necrozma is I love it, but it's still bittersweet. Necrozma is for me.
Yeah. And I think, without going into too much detail, leave you guys stuff to talk about in the game. I think there's a shiny Ultra Beast starting to arrive in the game was probably a nice moment for 24 in terms of gameplay and new stuff that came into the game. But I think for me the highlight has been the Necrozma. I think the Necrozma, when it came out and how it came out, like you, Ian, I've got a few, but not a lot of them.
I still go back, Mark. I still go back to Madrid on that one. We're sat there, and full disclosure, we were in the creator area in the back, sort of off out of the way, and Francesca's like, oh, shiny Necrozma. Oh, Honda Necrozma. Oh, I got another shiny Necrozma. And we're just sat there looking at each other like, what?
That boy's RNG is something else. It's not just you.
And then he goes, oh, I'm not bothered about Necrozma more. Oh, another shiny Necrozma.
he goes, oh, a Nundo Necrozma. How's he done that?
He's broken the game.
Yes, we are referring to our admin. I am Pyrus.
Our wonderful Italian tripod.
Yeah. I am Necrozmas.
I am Necrozmas. Plenty of Necrozmas.
Yeah. Go on then. What other Pokemon Go highlights do we think then, boys?
In terms, obviously, live events are something else. We'd have had the LA Sinnoh Tour, the Global Tour, the different Go Fest. The Global Go Fest was out of this world this year, really. And the Go Wild is something so new and fresh, and I'm pretty confident that will go down as one of the best events that we have played.
It was a good one. It really was a good one. And if it's a regular event yearly, that'd be
fantastic. To bookend the years is great. And I really hope we get some more city safaris. We saw the return of safari zones this year as well. They all look really interesting. But standard gameplay events, we've had some mega releases this year in terms of things. The Galarian Bird Shinies.
Oh, yeah.
Which immediately takes me back to the meme of all Pokemon, Sewaddle, Marky's favourite com day ever and to ever be existing.
Yeah,
we all met up and played that in Coventry. Really, as everybody said in the Coventry group, it's like, why on earth are you coming here? Why are you coming here?
And we only went there because your bestie Lachlan, off of the Star Piece podcast, told us it looks amazing. I drove past it. It's lit up. It's a really good looking park, and it was.
It was a really good suggestion. So thank you, Lachlan, for that one.
And let's be honest, people wouldn't go to Coventry. Most people wouldn't go to Coventry.
Full stop.
Well, there's not a lot there.
There isn't, but poor Coventry. But yeah, it
gave us a really good day. That's the thing.
Seriously,
really
sitting in that cafe, having lunch, while Mark was like tweaking about missing out on the Swaddles.
And then you and your G-Bird.
And the G-Bird was the icing on the cake.
G-Bird was the first one I'd ever seen at that point in person.
Well, they'd only been out for like a week.
Yeah. Ian did well. That was a new thing. That was really new.
But other amazing releases, we've had Shiny Larvesta drops earlier in the year.
New York, I got mine. You got yours. Yeah.
Yep. Definitely, Marky. It'll happen.
I need to hatch eggs. I think that's my downfall. I need to put my daily insects on and hatch eggs.
So because he doesn't hatch eggs, he'll get it in the next 10.
Yeah.
Before New Year.
Imagine
Probably.
that. The scenes.
And of course, our favourite Pokemon, the Shiny Todger, was released this year.
Again, I still don't
amongst
have
other
it.
things.
I chased it. I still don't have it.
Still don't have it either, Ian. That's a bit rude, isn't it? We should all have a shiny Todger.
That's like Christmas.
The Shiny Todger's not just for Christmas.
No, it's not just at Christmas.
But I do want to go back to the shiny G-Bird because, yes, I did get mine in Coventry, which is kind of one of the highlights. But not to be outdone, like 2 weeks after that, you went and got one
On
the research day. Yes.
Good on
for
your
mask.
mask day,
Yeah.
which is great. And
Great. Listen, it was great.
but I, don't know,
as well.
I haven't seen a feature or a part of the game generate that much hype. People were more hyped about the Shiny Galarian Birds releasing than they were about really the Go Fest this year, it felt, in a way.
Yeah.
Which is saying something because the Go Fest season for 24 was stacked. You know, it was all
one of
Ultra
the
Beast
best.
released,
Yeah.
Necrozma, the whole mechanic of fusion actually coming to the game as well. But also in terms of new features for 24, we've had the whole Dynamax system added to the game and the controversial Gigantamax stuff, but has been so much added to the game that's new. The origin forms of Palkia and Dialga, which caused quite a stir right back at February and obviously end of November as well. So there's been so many good new additions, so many amazing events that, you know, obviously we joke and laugh about the bad ones, but they are much fewer and far between, I think, certainly for this year. I know I prattled on a long way there.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, this year on the whole, I think has been pretty good for the game in general. And a lot of the things you both touched on, I can't dispute or argue. My highlights are always live events. We've all said this. We love live events, and live events are really why we do this, because the buzz you get from a Go Fest, from a tour, from Wild Area, they can't be matched with normal day-to-day gameplay. And without just reeling off all the events, the year started off really strong with the LA Sinnoh Tour. Fantastic venue, fantastic gameplay, and a really good start to live events. It was only let down by the fact that there was something blaringly missing.
Arceus. Is that it? Arceus, Manaphy, and Fiona.
Yes.
Arceus.
Yeah. Arse. Yes.
Arse.
The Go Fest's really strong this year, and the introduction of max battles was game changing in a lot of ways. Again, we're talking positives here, so I'm not really going to talk about the backlash for when Gigantamax launched, but we talked about that a few weeks ago. Boiling this year down, there's been so many highlights, but if I had to single one of them out, it's a tough one. LA. When I got to play the Sinnoh Tour Global in my spiritual home of LA, that was just... I missed you boys, don't get me wrong. I know you guys had a stellar
different
time
crowd
in Ealing, but when I actually got to play that with the local...
With your mates,
crowd,
it's just your mates, wasn't it? Yeah.
It was
Watch
good.
out, Marky, you'll start a new podcast.
Yeah.
Time difference. But it was. I mean, for me, that was my one highlight of the year, because Mark could probably vibe with how we played the event. And I know you would enjoy the company, Milo, but I genuinely, you would literally be twitching to play Sinnoh Tour how we played it in LA.
Reflecting all those months ago and hearing the stories about what you guys did, I would probably just be remote raiding constantly while we were walking along very slowly. But yeah, I know that was a very, very fun time for you, for sure.
It was. And I mean, LA, Southern California, I love that place. But it was just so chilled. I really love playing Pokemon Go, where you really don't care and you're taking it relaxed and you're not running around for an entire 8, 9, 10 hours of event. You can relax, you can have a coffee, you can get lunch, you can go for tacos. That's it.
Tacos, Ian.
There we go. So, yeah.
Oh, Ian, you're so lovely. You are. Go for
tacos.
We did go for tacos.
We did go for tacos.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you
me.
did. Yeah, of course you did.
Tacos in LA are great.
We've not really touched on too many bits and pieces that we've done as a 3 for this year, because obviously the live events we kind of did as pairs, really, for most of the year.
We would have done one as a trio, but you decided that Italy was more appealing than Spain.
No, Niantic decided to put a Go Fest on the weekend. That's how it went down.
So blame Niantic. Go on, there you go.
Yes, I will do, because my plans were firmly in place before that existed. But we've done a lot of stuff together anyway, haven't we? We've had meetups, we've had com days,
we've done so many
wild area, etc.
and meetups this year. Remember back, we did Stonehenge when Stonejourner was released. We went to Stonehenge. The three of us went down.
We got a regional this year.
Yeah, I wrote that down as one of my highlights as well. A regional for the UK. Yeah.
I
mean, that was just an. I don't know if I've actually put the video out yet, but it was
clock's ticking that one. Years disappearing.
I caught my Stonejourner, Ian.
It was nearly edited.
I think one thing that stuck out for me, it took a while for us to do an event together as a 3, but it was Bound Sweet Com Day.
Oh, wow. Was it?
No, it wasn't. Sorry. It was Lytton. Tell a lie.
Lytton and Oxford.
Yes.
Lytton and Oxford was the first one we did together. But Bound Sweet sticks in my head because of the stupid little challenge we did together. Where it was whoever got the heaviest Bound Sweet or something. You just think, what are those stats? Who can get the heaviest one? And then we showed Mark's avatar and gave what not to wear.
I thought we just showed Mark's avatar what it truly is.
Hideous. That was a fun day, definitely.
Yeah, fair play to Mark. He left that avatar like...
Well, even including GoFest.
Yeah, like
you were only supposed to keep it on until the next
time.
com day, and then he left it over Madrid.
Yeah, I had people literally asking to see my avatar in the flesh in Madrid. It was hilarious. It was like, oh, is that what Ian and Milo did? I went, yeah, it is, yeah.
We spent so much time crafting that. We spent a good 10-15 minutes crafting that.
Giggling, you two were going,
like Beavis and Butthead.
Beavis and Butthead. Audible giggles.
Hey, Milo.
Milo.
He was like that, though. It genuinely was like that.
Beavis.
Should we do pig hair? Yeah, pig hair.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was that. We met for Stonehenge, as we've talked about.
Yeah. Pop Leo came up to you. Pop Leo.
Yeah.
You came to me, yes.
Brought a JT up as well.
We're not the Chuckle Brothers.
Yes, you brought JT Val up against
came
his
to you,
will.
we came to me.
Actually, jokes aside, I think he enjoyed it.
He did.
Definitely up in the north.
And then, of course, we ended the year off by doing Wild Area.
But obviously we talked about Coventry already. But there's the ones we've done together as a pair. We had Nottingham right at the beginning of the year for Rowlett.
Yeah.
Clarkson's Farm for the best ponytail ever.
That was a great day. Finishing the day at the Farmer's Dog. Missing out on going into the Grand Tour tent
by 2 minutes.
2, 3, 4, 5 minutes because we were given the wrong closing time. We must go back there, actually. It's quite close to Mark. We must go back to the Farmer's Dog.
We should do, definitely. But we also had Mankey quite recently.
Mankey.
German trip.
Yeah,
that was a good bookend.
We said we wanted to do something crazy along the lines of what we did for Amsterdam, but we said we're not going to drive. So we're
driving to an airport.
Yeah, so when I started getting text messages from Milo going, Stockholm, Vienna, Krakow, and there was just literally place after place after place, and the one that we settled on where flight times were reasonable, costs were reasonable, was Köln. It's a city I love. And it was a good day.
Who'd have thought your plane would have diverted to Sudan? That was mental, wasn't it? On the way to get on. Insert hilarious alternative ending to the story here. You guys nailed it out the park for that one, by the way. Like I know it's bringing the end of the year to a close, certainly with community days and that. We know that we've got community days coming up. We obviously December.
Well, there's one this weekend.
Absolutely.
Just finishing. Yeah.
But you boys, I look at Mankey and I go, nah, that's fine. Weekend away for the game. Lovely, happy days. You boys are like, right, let's do something
stupid for it.
We had to do something to make Mankey kind of worthwhile. And Chris Yarn said it best. I think he put this on X. Like, finally something to make Mankey Community Day exciting. And it was quite nice to read that when you saw that
absolutely,
going to come.
Definitely. I'd be lying if I didn't say this and think like I am eyeing up January's Com Day and like, so where's Cheap to Fly on that Sunday?
It is tempting. It really is tempting. And we've talked about Prague. We've talked about places in Poland. We've talked about Italy. It would be nice if it's doable.
Think about the weather, boys. Think about the weather in January.
That's exactly it. I'd like to go somewhere snowy.
Yeah. But if we went to southern Europe, well, obviously we can't fly too far because we need to get back in a day. But, and then rounding the year out, Wild Area, which we actually played in Ealing.
Yeah.
Together as a 3.
Yeah.
As a 3, yeah.
Yeah. First, like, live, global event as well, because even the Global Go Fest.
You boys are down in London.
Yeah.
You couldn't make it. You were at some festival, weren't you?
Well, no, I can't remember exactly what it was. I think I was planning on coming down, and then like because I'd come down for the global tour, I wasn't feeling it. I know it sounds like an awful thing to say, but like the festival was another time. But like Global Go Fest, I just didn't have the. It sounds like a horrible thing to say. I just didn't have the energy. I just didn't.
There's always, as we say, there's the thing of travel. It's not just travel internationally. It's the travel within the country to different cities, and it does take time and a toll. It's why we have to plan where we go quite extensively and heavily in advance to make sure it works. Because we've each got our own schedule that we have during the week. Evenings, we've got this podcast to think about, our own solo content, etc. It does take a lot of time. So that was it. I couldn't remember what exactly the weekend was, but I think it was just that section of time was tricky.
Yes, yeah, because the tour I was away.
Yeah.
Mark was away for Go Fest.
So we're finally doing an event
first
together.
Big event we played together this year.
Yes.
What a way to bring the year down like that, hey?
I think that's quite a nice way to bookend 2024, really. And obviously for next week, we're going to be looking forward to 2025, what we want from Pokemon Go, what we want from the show, what we want to see and achieve in the next 12 months. But there is a customary part of our Christmas shows. It is a glorious, festive showcase. We're breaking down the ice-locked door to the Dog Inn.
Hey, boys, I've managed to. Winter's coming. Smashed the door open. Gonna have to replace the hinges on it though. I think I've damaged it a bit. But you boys are in all right, yeah?
You're on Hinge.
I'm unhinged.
He's on hinges.
I'm on hinges. Welcome back to the gun. The gun, the dog.
The Dog Inn.
Dog Inn.
Farmer's Dog Inn.
Farmer's Dog Inn.
The Farmer's Dog Inn.
Funny that we came up with the name for Mark's pub before Clarkson even thought of his. We inadvertently went down the same road, but yeah. I see you haven't spared any expense on heating.
I've only just opened it up, boys. I waited till you got here and just opened it up literally a couple of minutes before you got here. So
we'll be closing it once we've left.
I'll probably be closing it while you're here.
Okay.
Don't want any patrons coming in, but the cost of
there is a
alcohol.
problem with this pub. We never actually buy anything.
Yes, it's pub quizzes.
You just come for the pub quiz. Pubs are
bring your own bottles and
pubs are vibrant businesses. We don't need trade to keep going. You know that. Milo's looking perplexed. He goes,
"What?
What?
What do you mean?"
This is why my pub is struggling. I only open it up for quizzes because of this situation. But it is a tradition, and I've said this. I will always open up the pub for 12 days of Christmas pub quiz, and it's lovely to have you both here. It's like a little tradition we have, isn't it?
But this is a Mexican standoff pub quiz.
It is.
Let's get a Christmas version of the Mexican standoff jingle. I don't know how that's going to work.
Jingle bells over it.
Jingle
Just
bells
jingle
over
bells
everything.
over it.
I'm intrigued, dude, to see if what other Christmas facts you can.
Well, there might be some there might be some repeat ones in there. I don't really know.
It's been long enough we've forgotten.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure if there are, I'll be reminded of that. We'll start at the beginning, which is question number 1. What is the name of the traditional Christmas bread that originated in Germany, which is often shaped like a star? Is it A, gingerbread? Is it B, marzipan? Or is it C, stollen? Ian, you can go first.
Stollen?
Very good, Ian. And Milo?
And I will pick C as well, please.
C for copycat. Very
Yes.
good.
Or potentially, hopefully,
Or
C for
correct.
correct answer.
Or correct. Very good, Milo. Let's see what happens. Right. Number 2. In which country was the Christmas cracker invented?
It's a cracker.
It's a cracker. Was it A, England? Was it B, Scotland? Or was it C, Ireland? Milo, you can go first.
I have a feeling that Ireland is the joke answer in there for exactly what Ian said.
Or is it?
But going along the lines of the fact that the Scottish invented a lot of things, I'll pick Scotland, please.
Milo has gone B for Scotland. Ian.
I genuinely have no idea. I think
Neither do I.
I think C is probably a joke answer.
Mm-hmm.
Based on
What do you mean?
It's a
What do you
cracker.
mean, man?
The old Alex Nexton. Screw it. It's Christmas. I'm going to go C just for
Oh
jokes.
my god.
C for Ireland. Very good, Ian. So we're on to the third question. What are the 2 main colours associated with Christmas? Now, this is what the people think. This is a vote that went out. It's a proper statistical answers
no.
being given off the back of this. So this one could be interpreted in any way.
Who voted for what?
And that's why I put it in, because like technically it's a guess. So is it A, red and gold? Is it B, green and silver? Or is it C, red and green? Ian. That's one of the colours. And what was the other one, Ian?
There's 2 colours there.
Oh yeah, very good, Ian.
Just like Milo's hat.
Thank God we're in video format.
Absolutely.
Red and green.
Ian's gone for
Red and
C
green,
again.
red and green.
He loves all the C's. Ian's gone C again. And Milo.
Now, this is a public vote. Is it just worldwide, or is it,
It's a worldwide
County
Christmas
Durham?
poll. Okay, done where they're playing green and yeah.
Because
imagine
obviously, for us, green and red very associated with Christmas, but a lot of stuff originated from Germany, and Santa Claus used to be dressed in green.
They did.
So I'll be a little bit different, Ian. I'm going to pick, what was it, green and silver?
Green and silver was B, yes.
I'm going to pick those 2, please. Probably wrong, but just to be different.
Who knows? Stranger things have happened.
You do.
I do, actually, yeah. Well, there we go. So question number 4. In the movie A Christmas Carol, what is the name of Scrooge's deceased business partner?
Oh no.
Deceased means dead, Milo, just to clarify it.
Not embalmed or anything.
Not embalmed, no. So, is it A, Bob Marley? Is it B, Jacob Marley? Or is it C, Michael Marley?
It's Michael Myers.
Milo, go for it.
I don't have an idea at all, but I will pick B, please.
For Milo. And if it's a movie, I knew he'd be stuck in. Go on in. What are you going for?
It's not my top 10.
It is B because in a different iteration of this very show's intro, I referenced said answer.
There we go. There's always a link somewhere.
There you go.
We've only been doing this for, what, is it nearly 4 years now?
Third Christmas show, nearly 4 years.
Yeah.
So, question number 5. Brought it back to Pokemon. Right, so...
Steady on.
That's not what pub quiz is about.
Which ice-type Pokemon, known for its ability to create snowflakes, is often associated with winter? So, is it A, Spheal? Is it B, Snover? Or is it C, Swinub?
Now, I haven't been doing enough of the OG Play Your Decks right to know what's going on. So, I don't know. Snowflake is obviously, got water elements in there. I'll pick Spheal. Option A, please.
So Milo has gone A for Spheal.
I also was thinking Spheal. Don't know why, but I also was thinking that. So I'm going to stick with it. I mean, it could be Snover, but I'm going to stick with Spheal.
Question number 6. In Pokemon lore, that's L-O-R-E, Milo. Lore.
Not L-U-R-E.
No, that's lure, Milo, and
Or
not L-A-W. Thanks. Thank you, Ian, for clarifying the meaning of the word there. In Pokemon lore, which Pokemon is said to deliver presents to good children, similar to Santa Claus?
Vasa.
Is it A, Delibird? Is it B, Delijinx? Or is it C, Delhi Pillar Swine? Ian.
They're not even Pokemon except for one of them, so if we didn't get it right, I don't think Adam from Lord would ever forgive both of us, so of course it's Delibird.
Yeah.
Well done, Ian.
It's got to be option A, surely.
Well, got to
100%.
find a way for you boys to get a point in this quiz. So,
does it deliver lumps of coal to children who've been bad?
It delivers something to you, Milo, and you have been very naughty. So, which Pokemon is known as the Christmas Pokemon due to its resemblance to a Christmas tree? Is it A, Relicanth?
He obviously went off Christmas question, Milo.
Is it B, Tropius? Or is it C, Shaman? So, which Pokemon is known as the Christmas Pokemon due to its resemblance to a Christmas tree? Is it Relicanth, Tropius, or Shaman? Go on, Ian.
Shaman?
I wouldn't have picked any of those. I would have thought something else.
Of the three, that's the
Of
most...
those 3.
Ian's got C for Shaman. Milo.
I've got to go Shaman as well, because Tropius has got to be more of a tropical kind of palm tree, and Relicanth is very much a dead fish.
Dead fish. Double C's. There we go. Double A's to double C's. Interesting. Right. Which Pokemon... Which Pokemon is known as the Tiny Mouse Pokemon and is often depicted in festive merchandise around Christmas? Is it A, Pikachu? Is it B, Dedenne? Or is it C, Pichu?
The tiny mouse Pokemon, I'm fairly sure, is Pikachu.
Dedenne not tiny and not mouse-like for you? No?
No, but it's 6 generations late.
Very good. Oh, 6. You like that, Ian? He went 6. He was like, he just knew. So is that A for you, Milo?
I'll go A, please.
I've kind of got to go A as well.
Pichu come before Pikachu? Well, it didn't actually, but imagine if it did.
Technically, no.
Right. So which Pokemon...
Oh my goodness me.
This was a Christmas quiz.
It is. They're Christmas questions. Which Pokemon resembling a snowman is known for its ability to freeze opponents with its icy powers? Is it A, Vanillite? Is it B, Cubchoo? Or is it C, Frostlass?
I will pick C, Frostlass.
Cool. So which man, lass, like that? That's what you've done there. Ian.
Perfectly open to the question.
Yeah. Well, it's not Vanillite, because that's like an ice cream. Cubchoo's a snot bear, so it's got to be the last one, surely.
You'd think that. Okay, C. There we go. Right, Milo's frantically trying to reassure himself there. Let's leave Pokemon behind for a little bit now. So, for anyone who's actually noticed, there's 3 different sections of questions within the 12 Days of Christmas quiz, and this is now the 3rd section. This question is, what is the most sold Christmas item by category? So, over the Christmas period, what is bought the most? And this is by category. Is it A, gift cards? Is it B, clothing? Or is it C, toys? Gift cards, clothing, or toys? And I'm going to let Ian go again on this one. I think, Ian, go for it.
That's a tough one.
That is tricky.
That is really tricky, because for the unimaginative people, then it's going to be gift cards. For anyone, again, unimaginative, it's going to be like socks, so it's clothing. But kids, there's got to be a lot. Surely there's got to be a lot of toys sold. My elves, Milo's been working tirelessly for months.
Yeah, so tirelessly, I don't remember what I've made more of.
Yeah, so I that is so tough. But I'm gonna go toys, because I know Milo's worked really hard to make one toy in the last 6 months.
He's busy playing with his own toy, isn't he?
Which toy that is, I don't know.
So Ian's gone C for toys. Milo, what about you?
Ian's sort of like right in one aspect of like gift cards. There are a lot of unimaginative people out there, or you just can't think what to give someone. So you're like, here's a gift card for some Pokecoins, I guess.
Available in Walmart.
Yes,
if they work.
Available in Walmart or your Google Play Store, whatever. But clothing goes much further than just, a crummy pair of socks if you can't be bothered.
It does.
Toys are very, very popular, and a lot of those would be gifts, I'm fairly sure. But just to give a different answer, I'm going to pick clothing.
So clothing for Milo on B. Cool. So B for clothing. Right, we're nearly at the end of this quiz. What is the name of the fictional character who tries to steal Christmas in a popular Dr. Seuss book? Is it A, Mr. Knox? Is it B, Grinch? Or is it C, Sam I Am? Not related to Will I Am.
I remember the Jim Carrey movie. I'll go for Grinch, please.
I'm going Grinch. It's the Grinch.
Sounds good to me. Double B there. See what we've done there. So,
Well, the Grinch did have a change of heart.
Grew 3 sizes, didn't it?
oh my God, you boys, bonus points all round. Bing, bing, bing. Love it. Question number 11. In the song The 12 Days of Christmas, what gift is given on the 6th day? Is it A, lords? Is it B, geese? Or is it C, ladies? Lords, geese, or ladies? Ian. You know what happens there, don't you?
Geese? I don't know. Geese, just for ease of getting through the quiz, I'm just going to go geese. It's probably wrong.
It would be better if it was ladies, but I think I'll go for B. For geese, please.
Double B's again. Right, final question, boys. I'm trying to keep you in longer tonight, so you might buy something. Just some peanuts? No? Okay.
No, I've got to edit this show. Let's get it over with.
Very good, Ian. Question 12, and the closing one to this quiz, is what is the name of a traditional Italian Christmas cake that is often enjoyed during the holiday season? Is it A, panettone? Is it B, cassata? Or is it C, torta caprese?
Ready, Milo? Should we say it at the same time?
Towards the bread, it sounds like, is that them saying tortilla bread?
Tortilla bread.
Yeah, okay.
It's
in 3,
3, 2, 1.
Panettone.
Very good. See, I'm doing this to get you some points, because the previous Christmas quizzes, one of you's always bombed out, and it's been embarrassing, to be honest to you. So let's see how you boys do
Come
tonight.
on. I'm waiting for the good news. Lovely quiz, Marky, as always.
Yeah, great
Bad
quiz.
news.
Can't guarantee there's any good news. Right. First of all, what is the name of the traditional Christmas bread that originated in Germany, often shaped like a star? It was C, Stollen. Correct. A point to both of you. Number 2, in which country was the Christmas cracker invented? Yes, it was in fact England, which is A.
None of us got it right.
In London, and actually, it wasn't actually made out of cardboard. I think it was made out of
Tins.
No, it was made out. It was a sweet. It was confectionery. It was an almond. It was an almond wrapped in a.
was it really like a confectionery thing?
Confectionery
that's quite
thing,
cool.
Yeah. So learning, listen to the show and learn.
Made by Lord Cracker.
It's a
Made
cracker.
in London. So both you got 0 points there, but
Lovely.
not for the first time tonight, I feel. Number 3. What are the 2 main colours associated with Christmas? It is C, red and green, Ian. Well done.
There you go.
It kind of had to be like.
Point to
It's a whole
Vasa.
It would
Vibe.
make more sense.
Yeah.
It's a whole vibe. Right. In the movie A Christmas Carol, what is the name of Scrooge's deceased business partner? It is Jacob Marley. B's for both of you. That's a lovely point. Question 5. Which ice type Pokemon known for its ability to create snowflakes is often associated with winter? Yes, it is Swinub, which is C. Both you were wrong,
Oh,
unfortunately.
We both failed.
We need to go back to doing the original What the Ducklet.
Yeah, we did.
And question 6. The halfway point of the quiz. In Pokemon lore, which Pokemon is said to deliver presents to good children similar to Santa Claus? Yes, it was a trick question. The other 2 aren't proper Pokemon names. It was a Delibird.
You almost had us fooled.
So at the halfway point, Ian has got 4 points. Milo is 1 behind on 3. Into the second half then, question 7. Which Pokemon is known as the Christmas Pokemon due to its resemblance as a Christmas tree? Yes, it's Tropius, which is B.
Is that for real?
Yes, it is, because Tropius is a tree. It's the only one
It's
that
nowhere
actually...
near a Christmas tree.
Shame it looks more like a Christmas tree.
It's not a tree, though. So, unfortunately, it actually relates to a tropical Christmas tree. And that's the reference there, because Tropius is, in fact, a tropical Christmas tree design Pokemon.
Tropical Christmas
Yeah,
tree.
yeah.
We talked
Well,
last year.
I'm calling.
Yeah, that's. Yeah.
Well, I'm the Chris Master, it doesn't bloody matter.
I'm not,
so,
not on you.
No,
Pokemon lore.
no. 0 points to
rubbish.
both of you again. Next question: which Pokemon is known as the Tiny Mouse Pokemon? It is often depicted in festive merch around Christmas. You're both correct. Because of its timeline, it is a Pikachu.
It's
Well,
the mascot, isn't it? Yeah, it dresses in everything every time all year.
Which Pokemon, resembling a snowman, is known for its ability to freeze opponents with its icy powers? It's Frozlass. Well done, boys.
Oh, thank goodness for that.
Process for elimination on that one. Yeah.
Close quiz, that's what we need. So, what is the most sold Christmas item by category? Right.
Oh, you could catch me up on this one, Whitfield.
So in third
Oh,
place,
is it?
with
Go on.
37%, it's toys. Just see.
Really?
It's rules
Whoa.
here now.
Don't tell me gift cards is the most.
In second place with 44% of the vote, it's A, gift cards, which means with 56%
Well done,
it's
Whitfield.
B,
Well played.
with clothing. Well done,
There's
Milo.
more to life than just socks.
Shows your socks, Milo.
It is socks,
right.
though, isn't it? They're
It
generally
is
Could do,
socks.
but they're disgusting.
Right, here we go. Exciting stuff now. As things currently stand, both of you are tied on 6 points going into the final 3 questions, and you've copied each other on all your answers. So
we both win,
it's
Whitfield.
It's a tie.
It's a Christmas miracle.
It's a Christmas miracle. So, for people that want to know the answers to the quiz questions, what is the name of the fictional character who tries to steal Christmas in the popular Dr. Seuss book? It is B, the Grinch. So you've both got that correct. Question 11 in the song The 12 Days of Christmas, what gift is given on the 6th day? Yes, it is geese are laying. Both of you got that one right. And the final question. What's funny about that, Milo? That's what geese do.
Geese are laying.
Laying.
6 geese are dancing. What the hell, Milo?
Six geese are migrating.
Prancing.
What if only 5 of the 6 geese were laying?
The other one might be
One
watching,
of them's dancing around.
having a jig. And the final question, question 12. What is the name of the traditional Italian Christmas cake that's often enjoyed during the holiday season? It is a panettone, however it goes,
Panettone.
for our Italian listener.
Well done, Whitfield.
So, 12 questions each. You both got a really good festive 9 out of 12, which I'm really pleased. You both got your best scores ever on the Christmas quiz, and you both were quite well, you tied for the first time ever. Well done, boys. And because of the spirit of Christmas, there's no tie-break question, because I didn't feel we'd need one, and I was wrong. But there we go. It's a draw on the festive Christmas quiz.
We're both equally as amazing.
Do you know why, Ian?
Christmas.
It's the hats.
It's the hats, yeah.
The hats are telepathically linked.
Well, you know what else is telepathically linked?
No, what's that?
Enlighten us, Ian.
Go on.
Well, we've been asking for a while. We've had some more.
We've upgraded our WhatsApp number. It's now telepathic.
It is telepathic.
You no longer need the number.
Discard the number.
We definitely need the telepathic link because, first up, he's not moving house anymore, but Saul's been on.
Boys, there's going to be a bit of a theme here, what I'm about to say. But I am a bit, extremely, a bit severely depressed about not being able to come to your live stream. Honestly, I know it's kind of about a week out-ish, but my time scale is just not. I feel like it's just one big day. This whole month is the whole past 3 months is one big day. But regardless,
Big day.
keep doing what you're doing, because that live stream, honestly, whenever I'm sad about the fact I didn't get to see it, but the fact you've done one is amazing. Do it whenever you can. I know that was a special event, 200 episodes, which is amazing. Well done. But
Thank you. Yeah.
keep doing it, because them live things that's good for the future. It's good for more people jumping on, more people seeing who you are. It's just great. So well done. But the one thing that I wanted to tell you boys, because the past few months I've been sending in a message saying that I'm slowly trying to be a community ambassador. I've finally got it. Finally.
Yes.
Community
Well done.
ambassador
Congratulations.
event that we did was for the GMAX Lapras.
You have to leave your house
So
now.
it went well. All the rewards went well. There was them 4 different pages of research you can do, from communicating with friends or raiding, battling, or catching. I think they're the 4. And you get pretty good rewards out of them, and you can have one for each event. It's great. I've got a little purple thing next to my name on Campfire, so I feel like I'm a celebrity, not a celebrity, but
so official,
a higher up person.
Target on you.
Purple target.
And saying that there's a few people that I've been talking to down our area in Bournemouth, I think near Weymouth as well. Like, that's not too far away, in Portsmouth and such. But someone in Bournemouth is trying to be a community ambassador too. So if there's 2 community ambassadors down here, there's more chance of you
double trouble
coming down.
Chance of us coming.
So that's all I'm trying to work towards. But no pressure. And yeah, but glad to hear your voice every week. It's good. Love it. Keep going. And again, severely depressed I didn't get to the live stream, but please keep going with them whenever you do. I know it's again a special event, but great. It was great that you did it, and well done. Until next time, have a good week, boys.
We'll give you 98 episodes notice for 300 then. Should we do that for
Yes.
him?
Yeah, we will be live again for 300.
We'll calculate it in advance and put it in the next show so you know which number to look out for.
And also, Saul, we have been talking, and we're making no promise, we have been talking about the possibility of getting to the South Coast at some point next year, but it will be in the warmer months. It won't be when it's cold.
But once the clocks have changed again,
yeah.
I think.
It is, because it's like nearly 5 hours each way for me.
Good old clocks. Yeah.
Definitely. He made a comment. I mean, huge congrats on getting the community ambassadorship progress. You know, that's absolutely amazing. But if you get a second one, you have to do Jesse and James cosplay so you can intro, like, prepare for trouble and make it double. You just set yourself up perfectly for that.
We'll get Chaz to come down and join you, and he can be Meowth. That'll work, wouldn't it? I love the idea of community ambassadors. It's fantastic. Like, I think it is.
Oh, goodness.
It needs to happen, doesn't it? So,
does.
anyone listens to the show that lives in Wiltshire, do it, please. Thank you.
The position's open.
This is the thing, because not every village, town, I'm guessing cities probably do, but because not everywhere has them, the people that do, they really do benefit from having the community ambassadors.
Yeah, absolutely.
100%.
When the community ambassadors don't try and tell everybody what they're doing.
Well, we don't have anywhere we are, but there's always someone that likes to do that anyway, and so it's always good,
isn't
isn't it?
Milo to tell us what we're doing.
Milo tells us what we're doing.
On that note, boys,
we have another. Milo, are your elf ears lighting up? Is there another message coming through?
Yes,
bossy me.
It's like radioactive, ears right here, picking up another signal. Let's see who sent this in.
What's up, lads? It's your boy, Valagolfer, aka Rich.
Hey, Rich.
Last week on the pod.
Valagolfer.
Loved it, so I thought I'd send another cheeky one this time. Shinies
Careful,
of
sir.
the week. What's better than one shiny of the week, boys, on the Incensed?
3.
2.
No.
3.
Yes.
4.
What?
4, I hear you say. It's Christmas, boys. 5 gold rings.
What?
5 shinies on the Incense.
Wow.
Ooh,
Boy, it must be Christmas.
the rings of incense.
Santa hadn't finished, lads. Straight after those catches, I only went and did a cheeky little Latios raid.
Okay.
And
No.
yeah,
No.
never had one before in the decks. And Cash registered a 3-star shiny.
Oh!
Lovely.
6
Electricity came
shinies.
early, boys. Just epic. Yeah. Anyway, shiny luck to one and all. Beat 6.
6 shiny days at 6 shinies of Christmas, that is, isn't it? Flipping heck.
That's a haul. That is a haul from an incense and a raid.
That is insane.
And we were there with you in your ears. Well done, Rich. It's nice not to have the background noise this time as well. Nice that in your social time you've
very tranquil
that.
in
It
the
was lovely,
background,
wasn't it?
peaceful. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Tranquil.
Lovely atmosphere.
In the edit, Milo, just put some like Zen music on it.
Yeah.
Sure.
You're not going to, are you?
We shall see.
We shall see. Milo, you little elf, you cheeky.
The elf on the shelf.
Yeah.
The elf is off the shelf and not doing his job.
The elf needs to do his job. This episode needs to go live really soon.
It does, but thank you
We
very
were
much.
definitely not recording this 3 weeks ago.
No.
Both of you guys for sending in those WhatsApps, and anybody else who wants to do so, utilize that phone number, because I don't think the telepathic field is going to survive Christmas, unfortunately.
I don't think it is. Milo's Fireball whiskey supply is getting low.
Yes, very
That's
low.
the catalyst.
Yeah.
Telepathy through Fireball.
Yeah,
That's
cinnamon
what it is.
whiskey. That's it. That's what we're talking about.
Oh, yes.
But yes, the number, if you do need it, is +44 759 269 5696.
Noise sticks. Fantastic. Noise sticks. But, folks, there is something that has kicked off today, if you listen to this on release. We have...
It's the news.
So yes, the news, and we're going to keep it fairly top line because this is a Christmas show, but the holiday event part 2, Well, it begins today, December the 22nd, 10 a.m. your local time. It'll run through to December the 27th at 8 p.m. your local time. And there is at least maybe one or two redeeming factors about this event.
But we've got to find them, and that's the challenge. So
that's the fun in the event.
Let's hope it's not just the event bonuses, which are the two things that Ian talks about, but the event bonuses on the Holiday Part 2 event are 2 times XP from catching Pokemon and 50% more XP from raid battles.
No, they're not the actual redeeming features I was talking about. What I'm talking about, Marky,
there's something awesome.
There is something awesome. You've been asking for this for so long, Mr. B, and Niantic have finally provided the debut of Shiny Satotl.
Ooh! I called that a couple of weeks ago, didn't I?
You did.
I literally called that a couple of weeks ago.
You did.
Wow.
Well, that's not all. We're also going to see the debut of Wooloo wearing holiday attire and Dubwool wearing holiday attire. And, well, it can be shiny.
Ooh. Festive sheep. Clarkson will be happy.
Get in there, Milo.
Now, oh, yes. And something else we're going to get in with, boys, is that we have a little feature, actually more than one feature in this event. But first up, Ian got rather too excited to skip this bit. The 12 days of daily adventure Incensed. I think they've nicked your pub quiz idea, Marky, here. So from Wednesday, the 25th of December at 10 a.m. your local time to January the 5th at 8 p.m. your local time, daily adventure Incensed will last twice as long. Happy adventuring on Christmas Day, you antisocial whatnot.
So that's 30 minutes. Not that we couldn't Roar of Time it.
Yeah, it's an extra 15 minutes.
Yeah.
It's extra. Well, with all great events, we have wild encounters, yes. The following Pokemon will appear more frequently in the wild, and we're going to tag team these list of headliners for you all to... Well, if you're playing the game today, you'll be probably encountering some of these. But we've got Alolan Rattata.
Oh, God, Murkrow. Still there.
And you know, this Pokemon is great, but it haunts me. Galarian Ziggy.
Yeah, this one's a little electrical horsey thing. Blitzel.
You'll also be finding the Christmas ice cream. That is Vanillite.
This year's deadest community days, Mom. Tynamo.
Oh, my. Festive... Electric Weedle.
Yeah, and also on the wild encounters, on the common spawn, so it looks like on the list, we'll also have Wooloo wearing holiday attire.
Wow, and if that wasn't hype enough, don't worry. Some trainers might even encounter an Absol.
Which is a boosted shiny anyway.
Yeah, boosted shinies have more events than I've had hot dinners.
Well, at least they can all be shiny. That's something, isn't it,
Truth.
boys?
It's the holidays after all.
Giving away shinies at
Holiday
all, albeit shiny Absols, might be a bit annoying. But hey, also, I keep saying this with all good events. We don't know if this is a good one yet, but we've got raids, and we have 1-star raids. And the following Pokemon will appear in them. And for the first time, as Ian's already said, Shiny Satotl will be gracing it, and it is in raids. So 1-star raids are Alolan Vulpix, Galarian Darumaka, Litwick, that Halloweeny holiday-ish spawn, and of course the aforementioned Satotl.
Maybe people will be lighting a Litwick for the baby Jesus.
The baby Jesus.
The baby Jesus. Have a Litwick. Now, I'm looking at the 3-star raids, which undoubtedly are going to plague the entire system, and it is rather confusing. So first up, we have a Snorlax without a jacket or any kind of festive. I think he should have a Santa hat.
I'm
sure.
glad he hasn't got a jacket, else we'll just be radiant like crazy.
Yeah, but that incredibly festive Bonnet.
Yes, yeah,
What's
3
that?
months too late, yes.
But then the two that absolutely take the Christmas pudding on this front, Zeb Striker and Toucannon.
So Christmassy.
What? Anyway,
our dearly departed... Actually, no, he wouldn't like this one because this is the altered form. In Tier 5 raids, we're going to see...
On Landy Legs
version of Giratina. It's not the origin version, but that doesn't begin until what we know as Boxing Day, which to everyone else in the world is December the 26th at 10 a.m. your local time. And if Mega's a more your bag, well, Mega Latias will run until December the 26th. And Mega Abomasnow will be beginning They don't make this article easy, do they? On
Beginning.
December the 26th at 10 a.m. your local time.
Well, for something that's a little bit easier to digest, we've got Incensed. Oh no, hold on, they're changing them on every alternating day. Right, okay. So we've got Incense encounters. So different Pokemon will be attracted to our incense on the following day. So this is the first little list. So this is Sunday, December the 22nd. Tuesday, December the 24th, and Thursday, December the 26th.
So even numbered days, I guess.
Even numbered days will give you encounters on the incensers, like I said, with Snorlax, Blitzel, Yamask, that Halloweenish Pokemon.
That needs a Santa hat.
It needs something. A beard, maybe a Santa beard. I don't know.
Yamask with a beard. Oh,
yes.
Hey, Yamask can't get beards before our avatars can in the game, so steady on. And Wooloo wearing holiday attire, which can all be shiny, but there is one in there that can't be, and that's Lampent, that other themed Pokemon.
Very, very holiday themed, isn't it? Lampent?
Yeah. But on the odd number days, and that is the 23rd of December, which is the Monday, Christmas Day itself on the Wednesday. Oh, holiday day, if you don't celebrate Christmas, sorry. And December the 27th.
Or just Wednesday.
Or just Wednesday. On just Wednesday, December the 25th. You can have Togetic, Galarian Zigzagoon, Fungus, Furfrou, and Toddle.
That's when Whitfield's going to be out. Look at it. Look at his face.
His little face.
All I want for Christmas is Toddle.
Shiny.
Mariah Carey didn't say.
All I want for Christmas
is shiny Toddle.
Shiny Toddle.
Now, there's something to do with this event which we have no idea at the current time, because field research task rewards are once again basically blank. The article just says they exist, which is really lovely to know. Hopefully Toddle is featured in there. But, of course, we said it before, Christmas and Niantic would not be the same were it not for a nice paid time research ticket. So for they're really hoping you get your money for Christmas, $5 or the equivalent in your local currency. You will be able to get an exclusive timed research, which will reward you with the following: 1 Glacial Lure module, 2 Incense, a Wooloo jacket.
It looks cool. It does look
good. It's $5 good, but it does look good.
And finally, some encounters with Wooloo wearing its holiday attire. Of course, you can gift those tickets, and you can't get refunds if you want to because of the T's and C's and all that jazz. But I will concur, boys, the Wooloo jacket does look splendid.
It does look good. I don't know if it's enough to make me buy the ticket, though.
Well, let's see.
No.
Santa might gift you one, Ian. But anyway.
Thank you, Mark.
Be a nice Christmas present from Niantic.
Yeah, please, Niantic. That graphic is not good, is it?
That's awful.
That graphic is not
They are terrible.
Good. Seriously,
low
Niantic,
res.
What is your? We're talking about avatar items, if you hadn't guessed, and the following items will be available to purchase in the in-game store during this event, and they will continue to be available after the event finishes. A Staryu sweater and a Marshtomp sweater, and I'm hoping on the avatars they look better than on this graphic, because
that's the thing.
That doesn't look good.
It's worth clarifying what Ian's referring to. It's not the jumpers or the sweaters. They actually look quite nice, I think. Festive in some. I'm not sure what Marshtomp is festive
for. The designs
for.
of them look good. Yes.
It's the avatars that they're bolted onto. Honestly, my blind dog could do a better job than that.
Seriously, it looks like somebody went to the local preschool and said, do something with these little bits.
Hey, knock yourself out.
It looks like the two players of the game lost a challenge, maybe, and gave their phones to two of their friends, maybe.
Or it looks like the person that invented the volcano from Go Tour.
Yes.
No, I think that was a higher standard.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, something not as hideous, but very vague at the moment is we've got collection challenges. They will be event themed, and they are coming, so don't panic about that. And
collection challenges are coming. Collection challenges are coming.
Tis the season.
Are coming to town.
Yes, if you complete those catch and raid focused collection challenges, you will receive Stardust Great Balls of Snow,
Great Balls of Fire,
Ultra Balls, and encounters with event-themed Pokemon. There will be Pokestop showcases. Be on the lookout for showcases at the same Pokestops where they've always been before, and they will continue to be there until time and hell is frozen. You can enter event-themed Pokemon, and yes, do not panic. The Pokemon Go web store will be functioning over the holiday period. There will be an Ultra Holiday box. And these details will be available.
Marky.
Let me do some spoilers here. So the details will be available, or the deals will also be available on the web store during the event. But for US dollars of $4.99 or the equivalent pricing tier in your local currency, the Ultra Holiday Box will net you 1 Pokemon storage upgrade, 1 item bag upgrade, and 17 rare candies.
For a second, I thought that was okay, but it's really not.
For £5?
Yeah.
17.
That's not. Save you money.
The other thing is, if you've maxed out your storage, you can't buy it. That's a saving grace.
I'm sure they'll find a way of still taking $4.99 off you.
Available.
Yes, yeah, exactly. They'll give you like a pineapple to make up for it or something. But for $6.99,
pineapple. You mean a raspberry?
A raspberry. But yes, fear not, because if you are able to do that one for $6.99, all the equivalent price in your local currency, that's US dollars there. As the first one, the Holiday Ultra Ticket Box, actually, if it's a ticket box, will include the Holiday Part 1 and the Holiday Part 2 event tickets and a bonus premium battle pass at no additional cost, which is interesting. Yes.
It's a bit of the $7.
I think I'm giving both of those 2 boxes a wide berth.
A bit like the Avatar.
Yeah, isn't that what we do normally anyway?
Yeah.
It kind of is. But go back to what Mark said. It does say in the wording for showcases at different Pokestops for the showcases, but they're never at different stops. Always at the exact same ones every single time.
They've never moved in like the year and a half they've existed in the game.
They live at those stops, don't they? Let's face it.
There isn't a letter going between those 2 departments, unfortunately.
Imagine that one time if we do call our bluff, though, they all go. We're like,
yeah. Well, to be
just go one stop next door.
I wish they did, because I might have a chance of winning some if they were at the same stops every time, because people know them, and it gets tough. I think I'm only at 50, maybe 55 towards my 100.
Well, we can hope for a Christmas miracle.
Yes.
Anyway.
But that is the lovely Holidays Part 2 event, which you'll be playing right now, so good luck. I am a little bit perplexed as to why it starts when the December Com Day is still going. So, like, the first day of the event is kind of negated. It is very weird.
Because nobody's going to be playing the Com Day, but
exactly.
Well, the Com Day will take precedence, but something else, boys, that is looking very festive. We've decorated the Incensed tree/pole.
Is that tinsel?
It's tinsel worming its way up, and I think it's going past the Northern Star of Vassar. And it's time and it's time to go right to the top.
To the fairy.
With Marky, the Christmas fairy.
Yeah, the poll is here, and it's a festive one at that. Ooh. So, yeah, we posted on X, on our interactive poll, in the festive spirit. Boys have shared their answers to this question. If you were to be immortalized as a Christmas decoration, what would you choose? The usual jazz. Please vote, repost, and comment. Thank you to the 66 people that decided to vote. Number. Yeah, 3 off a nice number.
Nice.
Thanks for doing that throughout the show tonight. We do appreciate that, you lovely bunch. So
it was definitely done tonight, wasn't it? It wasn't definitely.
Yes, Ian. Yeah. It was definitely done tonight.
I don't know what you're talking about, Ian.
You cheeky monkey, Ian. Well, before we have to refresh what the answers were actually, because it was so recently ago that we discussed this.
Yeah, it wasn't recorded a month ago.
We are going to go to the comments because that might enlighten us with who said what. Are we joking? Right, so I Am Prius has put another GIF of Celebi.
Oh, what a surprise.
Celebi just blowing little kisses and eating them.
Fairy for you, Mark.
Yes, fairy. There you go.
Sue Homer's just put, I picked tinsel because I love to sparkle, but I'd rather be a snow globe. I resonate with that. I resonate with that.
I mean, you couldn't really put a snow globe on a tree, but okay.
Next to it.
Next to it, yeah.
Snow globes could be fears. Have you ever seen Black Mirror with the snow globe, the Christmas special from a few years ago? That freaked me out. But let's not let that ruin the magic of a snow globe. It will if you watched it. Or if you haven't, you've seen it, haven't you, Ian?
No.
Maybe, yeah. Anyway, Lucy Davis says, I could see Lucy on the poll. Lucy's put a star so I could shine bright and happy. Yes. I'm a happy person anyway. Newcombs has put a bunch of mistletoe on a gift. It drops down with red berries on. That's interesting.
An incensed smoochum.
Oscar, our wannabe archaeologist, has put, I personally prefer my Jeremy Clarkson bauble, but Tinsel is an okay substitute.
I'll fight you for that.
Yeah, fight you for Jeremy's balls. And then we've got a gif of Jeremy.
Careful, yeah.
Saying, sometimes my genius, it's almost frightening. Love that. Absolutely love that.
Perfect.
Thomas, that's at 96_Tomel, has put a very, very Christmassy festive. It's a what is it?
Jinx.
Jinx, Smoochums.
We're just displaying our candles.
Oh, bless you.
I couldn't put the rest of the word on because of
Yes.
friendly.
Exactly. Well, exactly. It's Star Use Evolution, which I don't know what it's called. I'm a Star, is it? No, it's not. I'm a Star. What
Star
is it?
Me.
Star Me. There we go.
As in the Avatar abomination that we just talked about.
Mark Bailey's put, the somewhat annoying elf on a shelf. That thing moves all over the place.
Oh,
annoys
leave Milo alone.
parents all over the world, wishing they'd never invited it into the house. Bit like a Milo. I mean, a gremlin.
Sorry about that,
with
folks.
The lovely face on there. And the final one is Chicken Chaser 89. He put, I voted Star, but who wants to have a stick up their butt forever? Make me a bauble. That's a very...
Hanging bauble.
Hanging bauble. So anyway, I think we've kind of worked out who said what then, did we, by those? So in third place, with 17% of the vote, a piece of tinsel.
Oh,
I expected so.
Yeah, we did.
It was
as
stiff
well.
competition from you two.
It was, and then 35% of the vote in second place, which actually was quite a big winner at this one, but was a fairy. So,
people don't want to be at the top of the tree.
Well, they might do, but they want to have
at the top of the tree as
well.
well.
Star
as well.
It's either or
Yeah,
normally.
sometimes.
Yeah. And the Star is the winner with 48% of the vote. Well done. Was that you, Ian?
That might have been me.
Might have been you. I can't remember from earlier in the show, but well done, Ian.
It was.
Don't mind if I do. You hijacked that.
I do, because it means I've got to download an extra file.
Oh, what? Why? Milo, don't be like,
It's Christmas.
Milo, don't be like that.
It's Christmas for some, not for an elf.
He's working.
He's working on something. But yeah, they are the Incensed poll results. Thank you.
Thank you for voting.
Smashing. Yeah, we really appreciate you guys getting in the festive spirits.
Yeah.
Spivets.
We'll see if you vote on next week's New Year's poll.
Ooh, the last one of the year.
We want 69 people.
Yeah, let's get to 69.
There's one thing that everyone wants to do who voted for Star is shine brightly. And that might just coincide with our favourite section of the show. Let's see if there's any festive Shinies of the week.
Shinies of the week.
I'm going to jump straight in this one because there's a story behind this one and it isn't particularly Christmassy, but it happened just before Christmas. And I was there with Randy in Madrid and he was hunting this hard. It didn't work for him, but Randy Suviata 12 has put, I can't believe it. I mean, he didn't put it like that. I can't believe it. It's not. But if you didn't know, and we all know, Randy, I raided the Cosmos super hard and struggled getting the hundo. But eventually, I did get the 4 hundos. Ooh. I even got 2 shiny tendos. This surprised me too.
Oh, Necrozma, yeah.
As I didn't know the weather boosted hundo. Perfect finale. Yes, Randy with the 2630 CP, weather boosted shiny, Shundo Necrozma.
Yes.
Well deserved, my man. Well
Randy, you
deserved.
deserve that. You was going hammer every single Go Fest for that. Yeah, which leads me to the next one. This also is not 1, but 2 shiny Necrozma. And we had a message from him earlier. PokeEvo Kexol. His name's got even longer now. 2 shiny Necrozma for me on a raid day as I was listening to you guys catching up. So, pretty unlucky by what everybody else has gotten. But the last photo is for my voice note. Have a good one, lads. And he gives 2 screenshots of 2 3-star shiny Necrozma, and he's plugging his community group, Sleepy Snorlaxes, which is the pool group that Saul is now a community ambassador of.
Fabulous.
Well done, Saul. You do have to leave your house though to be a community ambassador, mate. So good luck with that.
You can't do it remotely.
And get to events, yeah.
Do it remotely instead. And I think it's going to be a very Necrozma heavy hashtag Shinies of the Week, because
so.
in our very own Patreon exclusive Discord, we have Spin Diana, who didn't actually put a message in the Flex It Good channel, but he too got the weather boosted Shundo Necrozma from the raid day.
Chris, GG's.
So 2630, incredible. Huge congrats on getting that one. Definitely an insane chase.
Was a lot more frequently encountered as a shiny during this raid
funny
day.
That.
Yeah, it is.
After raid day.
After how many Go Fests and we getting 4? Anyway, not that bitter. GG's Chris and GG's everybody for all of your shiny Necrozmas. And Randy for your Hundos and Shundos.
Hundos and Shundos. I remember I was in New York with him that very first morning when he finally got the first Hundo after like 730 raids. Something crazy.
Well, from good things, guys, I've got some bad news.
What?
Yeah, we're going to sort of crank in a little bit of news here. We're going to very briefly, but we have also got another event which has been announced. And are you guys ready for the Charged Embers Hatch Day, which is coming up on Sunday, December the 29th?
I'm braced and ready.
Talk to us, Marky.
Yeah, so...
You've got 5 seconds.
I've got 5 seconds. So basically, on Sunday, December the 29th, 2 to 5 p.m, you can hatch in 2 clumps of eggs. Done.
What ones are going to be hatching, Marky?
We've got Ellie and Magby joining us. They have been previously available in community days where they were part of the eggs.
Does anybody need any of those?
No, Ian. And if anyone does,
the elf on the shelf does not.
No.
Actually, I do need the Ellie kid.
Well, Ian, I'm just check. I've got 2. You can have one of mine. How does that
I don't
sound?
need to do the hatch day then.
No.
Hey.
Moving
Sunday
on.
Saved.
Sunday saved.
Anyway, I think that's enough to wrap up what has been a little early Christmas show for you all to enjoy. So hopefully, if you did enjoy, you can hit that plus follow subscribe button on this podcast and make sure you never miss a download because Tim out?
No, plus.
Oh, I thought you were saying, I am an elf. I have to listen to what you say at the end of the day.
Oh, yeah, I'm Santa. You have to listen to what I'm telling you.
Yeah, elf Milo. Yeah. Come on.
Well,
anyway,
it's not my name on the
how
outro.
They can subscribe to our channel.
Certainly, Father Vassa. So, you can find us on any podcast platform you choose. And of course, the video version of this podcast is going to be beautifully, crisply edited over on our YouTube channel, which is Incensed Podcast. But you can also find us across socials, X, Instagram, Threads, and Blue Sky. It will be at Incensed Podcast, apart from Blue Sky, that basically has a small URL attached to it. I don't know, boys. It's a Blue Sky _Incensed
Sky _ something. Yeah.
Blue Sky B
at
socials.
AB123 plus 44 759 269 5696.
Yeah.
_ elf.
Anyway, _ elf. That's my personal address. But anyway, there are other ways, of course. There's Campfire, there's our Patreon exclusive Discord, and the email. There's the WhatsApp number we've just talked about as well. But Patreon, we wouldn't be here were it not for the awesome people who do hit that follow, subscribe button on our Patreon and pledge to the bronze, the silver, or the gold, our favourite Christmas colour, gold tier Patreons. So anybody who's on all of those tiers, thank you so very much for helping to continue to support this podcast and keep it going. Certainly with the video bits and pieces we're doing recently, it really does make the world a difference in terms of production and what we can do. But those gold members need a little shout out, and they are the following. It would be JB, Clifford Mert, Kerry and Zachary, Barside 2, Mandy Croft, Mr. Mossam, and Dean DHL, and a welcome back to Mufti onto the gold tier Patreon as well. So honestly, all of you, thank you so very much. Usually the gold tier peeps get to jump on and enjoy the live raw chaos that ensues on our recordings. So
yeah,
check out the Patreon.
Christmas, we didn't put these out live and definitely didn't record them in sections.
No,
definitely didn't.
Not at all.
No.
We do not reveal the magicness of Christmas episodes at all.
Do not.
But speaking of magic behind the scenes, a shout out to our wonderful admin team, of course. It will be the Ninja Sue, Hermes Ninja, and of course the Prius. Yeah. I am Pyrus, the Italian tripod. Thank you so much to both of you, awesome admins who really do help with so much behind the scenes.
Speaking of Italian tripod, the Italian tripod will be in Italy soon.
He's coming home.
No, in March. We'll talk about it next week.
Yes. But on that note, guys, I've got some good news.
More good news.
What?
Spotlight Hour on the 24th of December. Delibird wearing its holiday ribbon with 2 times transfer candy.
I might actually be able to do one possibly.
If you're working, actually, no, you can't. You're working in.
Yeah, but it's Christmas Eve, so if they make
It's Christmas Eve. You better get your sleigh ready, sunshine.
Yeah,
I think I'll be right till 7 p.m.
You can play with Rudolph lighting up your phone screen for you. That'd be nice.
Well, on that Father Festive bombshell, hopefully Ian sees you down the chimney.
I've got my list. I know if you've been naughty or nice.
Next week.
Enjoy your breaks, everyone. Well deserved.
Yeah. Happy holidays.
Have a happy Christmas and happy holidays.